Born and raised in and inspired by one of the most diverse cities in the U.S., the artist that you're about to hear has found a way to meld all of those influences into a unique and gorgeous form of music that is impossible to categorize. I was blown away when I first heard her, and I guarantee you will be as well. My name is the Lady DJ, and welcome to the Soul Lounge. It is my pleasure to introduce you to Akua Allrich.
Sing my song, let it go past the boundaries. Don't let nobody stop your flow. So speak, sing my song, let it flow through your magic hands into my open heart. So speak, sing my song. Soul speaker, play my song. Don't know how long people waited for you to sing this song. Soul speaker, play your song. Don't let them posers change your tune. It comes from the sun and the moon. So speaker, let it come through you. La da 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 da, la 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 da da da, so singer, sing my song,
Akua, welcome to the Soul Lounge.
Thank you so much.
I'm so glad that you're here.
I am too.
Well, okay. Congratulations on the new album, Soul Singer.
Yes.
Now let me tell you a story. We've been connected on Facebook for some time, and I knew you were a singer, and it wasn't until someone came and slammed the CD down on the desk. You've got to listen to this CD.
Oh man,
and I instantly fell in love with it, and that's when I gave you a call and I said,
man,
I got to get you inside the VIP room.
Thank you. I'm so honored.
Yeah, and let me tell you, this is my introduction to you, but you've released quite a bit of music before, so my thought was that, oh, okay, she's a soul artist, but no, you're a jazz musician, but you're kind of declaring yourself a soul singer. So help us with this.
Well, the name of the album came about because I'm one of those people who does, like you said, I meld all kinds of genres together because that's just how I was raised. My dad is a jazz musician, but I grew up with, my mother loved R&B and soul, and you know, I'm from DC, so you got the go-go. I'm part of the hip hop generation, so it's all in there, and it's easy for people to get confused when they see me at a concert and say, okay, she's a jazz vocalist, but she's real soulful. So, you know, and I feel like as a musician and as an artist, my job is to kind of speak to people's spirits. So that's why I say I'm just a soul singer. I'm a soul singer in whatever genre I find myself in. My base is jazz, but I'm speaking to your soul.
Yeah, and coming from the soul,
Yes,
which is why I think
absolutely.
that the songs really resonate.
Yeah,
I know they
for
did
that.
with me,
Awesome.
certainly. Yeah. Now, I know a lot of artists don't like to be categorized. Are you one of those that tries to stay away from that? Are you comfortable?
I'm pretty comfortable. I think it's more uncomfortable for other people.
Okay.
Because I think folks need to be able to label you so they know where to put you, where to categorize you. I think most listeners, though, just listen for the art. I don't think they listen for, oh, is this jazz? Is this hip hop? What is this? I think they just enjoy the music. So, you know, I'm cool with being called a jazz vocalist. I was trained as a jazz vocalist. That's my base. That's my foundation. Okay. But I pull from everywhere. I'm kind of a Pan-African sounds, and you're gonna hear that R&B and the blues and some rock and roll every once in a while. So that's me. Yeah. Categories.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. We're gonna get back to some of those international influences, but I want to talk about your training because you have a degree from Howard University in jazz vocals.
Yes,
career.
jazz studies
Jazz
in my undergrad, and then I went back for my master's in social work.
I wanted to talk to you about that because when I read that in your bio, I said, now that was an interesting decision. Was that because you were going to step away from music, or did you think it would help you in your music?
Actually, it was because I was stepping away, and I felt like I needed another career. At that time, I wasn't comfortable going out to be a solo jazz vocalist, and I felt like the music business would have kind of swallowed me up. So I wanted to be married. I wanted to have kids, and I wanted to have a family, and I didn't feel like that was really the place for me to do it in the music business. So I stopped. I went back to school, got my social work degree in mental health, which is something I'm really passionate about anyway. And down the line, got married, had kids, and my husband said, you gotta sing. You gotta do it. Yeah. So, you know, 8 years later, I was like, okay, I'm gonna do it. They banned smoking in clubs. So I was like, okay, I'm game. I'm going to do it.
Was that an issue for you, that the whole smoky jazz
I didn't want to be the
thing?
Lonely vocalist in a smoky jazz club drinking a whiskey. I just didn't see myself doing that.
Okay.
I didn't want to do that. Some folks, they have the heart to do that. It just wasn't me. Okay. So they lifted that, you know, they banned smoking, and I was like, okay, cool. I'll try this.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That makes sense. We had an artist named Kenya in recently, and she talked about stepping away from the music, and she said that there was just something inside of her, like she kind of fell into a depression not doing it because the calling was so great.
Yeah.
Did you feel that sense, or was it just kind of easy for you to move back and forth?
Well, I would do backgrounds here and there, so I stayed a little bit connected, but there was always a drive to perform on my own. I've always, because I grew up in a big family, I've always been really, really prone to being in a group. Okay. And as a solo vocalist, a solo jazz vocalist, you're not really gonna get that group vibe. People are kind of like, I'll play for you, but group, I don't know. So, you know, it took a while for me to really figure out how to present myself. And as soon as I said, okay, I'm going to do it, things just opened up. You know, my friends from school really stepped up and helped me open some doors to perform in different clubs around the city, and people just really responded wonderfully. I'm just blessed. I'm blessed for that.
Yeah. And you mentioned that your father was a jazz musician.
Yes.
And that, so I'm assuming you grew up with a lot of different kinds of jazz, or was he into standards? I mean, what did you hear mostly at home?
No, my dad was definitely free jazz, kind of Pan-African, kind of righteous, you know.
Okay, okay.
Hard to struggle music. So it was very free. So I was raised with not just having an ear for the technicalities of music, but having yourself be open spiritually to receive the music and to give it back. And you know, music and performance is a cyclical action. It is an experience for everybody. It's not just me performing. Mm-hmm. So me having that from him really gave me the opportunity, I think, to perform for people today in a way that I can really have a great relationship with the audience. And I think they appreciate that. You know, I connect with them. That's part of my thing. I really want to connect with the people who are there for me.
Yeah. Well, I want to tell you, one of the songs that really connected with me, and anyone who's listened to the show knows that I am a huge love song fan. I'm such a sappy romantic. So the first song, when I heard Take My Time, I thought, oh my God, that's such a beautiful song.
Yay.
Oh, can she sing at my wedding? It's such a beautiful song. But, you know, in lieu of that, would you mind performing that for us? I think it would be great.
Absolutely. It's an original of mine, and it's one of my favorites as well. So I hope you enjoy it.
Take my time, make you mine. Take my time, make you mine. Stand still so I can hold each image of you, every fold. I wanna be with you, I wanna see you, need you to come here. Take my time.
Akua, so you mentioned that your dad was a major influence as a jazz musician, and the music that you heard in the house influenced you. I'm going to assume, just based on some of the tribute concerts you've done over the last few years, that two women in particular mean very much to you, and that would be Nina Simone,
Yes.
the great Nina Simone, of course, and Miriam Makeba.
Absolutely.
So talk to me a little bit about how those women have inspired you.
Well, they are both they were both mainstays in my home and musically, but also they represented something huge that my parents raised me with, and that's social activism and really standing up for African people's rights all over the world. If people don't know already, Miriam Makeba was a huge advocate for South African people during apartheid. So she would go around the world and speak about it, and she would speak out about it. She went to the UN and really urged them to go and do some work there. But she was also vocal in the social activism in the US. The two of them actually connected, and I think were good friends. And Nina Simone, everybody knows Nina Simone. She was a bad somebody. And she spoke out, you know, even to the detriment of her career oftentimes. But, you know, when she saw something was wrong, she had to do something about it. And that is something that my parents raised me with, that there's no such thing as art for art's sake. If you're an artist, your job is to speak for people who don't have a voice. And you speak for the social times, you know. Sometimes that involves speaking about love. You have to speak about love to give people that sweetness. But you also got to speak about freedom and what's going on. It's difficult to acknowledge that a lot of the stuff that they fought for is still stuff that we're fighting for today. But at the same time, it's important for people like myself to be real about it and say, okay, I'm not going to stand by and watch this happen and not speak about it and figure out a way to help bring out solutions for it.
Bringing up Nina Simone, one of the things that I found really interesting about her is that when she began to speak up during the civil rights struggle, she appeared from the outside to kind of lose balance a little bit. She just sort of threw herself into it completely. How do you do that? Because that, as an artist and then as an activist, that is so easy because both require passion, large amounts of passion. And you have a husband and children. So how do you maintain that balance?
Well, you said it just there. My husband and my children, they are my balance. They ground me. I'm also a teacher. So, you know, kids have a way of bringing you right back to earth. Like, hold on, I need my bottom changed. So can you get off your pedestal real quick and come and take care of this? So me teaching and me really having to take care of my kids, and my husband is just my rock, you know. So when I get to that place, and like you said, as an artist, passion is a part of what you do, and if you don't have it, you probably need to stop. So, you know, and like you said, when Nina Simone got into the activism, it was everything in her that went in, and it's difficult not to do that. You know, it's difficult not to just lose yourself in the music or in whatever you're working on. But if you have that support system like I do, I'm so blessed to have my family, my mom and my dad still looking at me side-eyed like, you sure you gonna do that? So, and my sister pulling me on back, pull it on back, it's a little extra. So, you know, I have them to really keep me grounded and level-headed.
Now, is that why you stayed here in D.C.? Because you're born in D.C., but I mean, this isn't New York, this isn't Paris, you know, we're not known for jazz necessarily.
Right. Which is strange because we have a serious history here.
Sure, of course.
Jazz and music, it's a serious foundation here in D.C. But yeah, I'm here because I am married with children and I am a teacher and administrator at my parents' school, so it's like, I'm stuck here. Gotcha. I am rooted here. And it's important to have a base and have a strong base. And this is my support system. So like now I'm doing my Soul Singer tour, and it is based around me and my life. So I'm going to North Carolina. I'm going to New York, and you know, I'm going to these different places, but I always come right back home and I can breathe.
Yeah. Now, your dad worked on the project?
Yes.
Did he? I saw that in the
Yes.
liner notes.
Yes.
How did he participate?
He did a solo on one of my originals called Red Bark.
Okay.
Yeah, his name is Ajay Akoto, and I had to pull him in there. It was like pulling teeth. Daddy, please, I need you to do this solo on this.
Yeah. Is this the first time that you all have worked together on a project?
Yes, absolutely.
Really?
Yeah, so I'm really, really excited about
Wow.
it. Yeah.
Okay. And your brother is actually
Yes.
part of your band
Yep.
as well. So he's playing the congas,
he's playing
right?
congas
He's the
on there. Yep. That's
Okay.
Ajay Osei, and he's playing the congas on there. Chris Fun is also on there. He was musical director for this album, and he's here with me today playing bass. On keys was Warren Wolf, and on drums was Corey Fonville. These are all absolutely amazing musicians. I also had a brother named Farai Malianga on cajon, and I had the pleasure of having Nicholas Payton grace us with his presence on the album as well.
Yeah.
And Brent Burkhead is on flutes and saxophone.
It's a beautiful album.
Yeah,
It's
thank
a gorgeous
you.
album. Okay, before I let you go, I typically ask every artist 3 questions.
Okay.
And they're pretty easy, so we're going to do that. Let's imagine it is like a Sunday afternoon. I don't know what you do. You've got kids and a husband. You're probably cleaning the house. That's what I'm doing, right? You know what I mean? So you're vacuuming, dusting. What are you playing in the background to kind of keep you motivated to get all that done?
Oh, what am I listening to in the background? Right now, I am so into Leanne La Havas.
I don't know, Leanne. Okay.
You gotta look her up. I love her stuff. She has a new album out. Her and always Nina Simone, Mary McCabe, Bill Withers.
Oh,
Bill
I love
Withers.
Bill Withers, yes.
Big Bill Withers fan.
Yes.
Stevie.
Okay, of course.
Yeah, it keeps
Okay.
you moving.
Okay, all right, okay. All right, so I don't know, it's Saturday night, the grandkids have the babies, it's you and your husband, you all are all out on a date, you come home, nice romantic evening. What are you playing?
What are we playing? What do we like to listen to together? He likes to listen to me. I don't so much.
Okay. I know he likes to listen to that one song called
Yes.
Take My Time.
Take my time. Yes, of course. Also, we're big Bilal fans.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we love his music. And Bob Marley, John Coltrane, you know, we span the gamut in my house. We just go in. And as a matter of fact, my husband is the one who gives me like the new people to listen to. Babe, listen to this, listen to this.
Okay.
So yeah.
So I'm assuming he was a music fan. You knew that when you met.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, good. Because
Big
that would have been
music
hard,
fan.
huh?
Yeah, that would have been a problem. He tells a story that when he saw me perform at my senior recital, that's when he knew he was going to marry me.
Aw.
I said, yeah, okay, whatever. You still acting up. He was still acting
Well, he
up.
got you, though.
Yeah, well.
Well, good. Okay, final question. You know, we all have times when we're down and we just need something to kind of lift us out of that space. Is there a specific artist or genre or anything that you listen to that kind of brings you out of a dark place if ever you find yourself there?
Well, I'm an artist, so I'm complicated, but I have to start with Nina Simone.
Okay.
Right in there, Wild as the Wind. I have to sit down and just lay on the couch and listen to that. And then I got to go listen to Mahalia Jackson. Okay. How I Got Over, you know, Precious Lord, all that. That was my grandmother's favorite, one of my mama's favorite. And that always brings me out of it. But those two, and then I got to go to Stevie and Bob Marley to lift my spirits up a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, good, good. We have a lot in common in that regard. Well, Akua, thank you so much.
Thank you.
This is a wonderful album, Soul Singer, and congratulations on it. And I wish you the best. And before I let you go, though, I definitely want you to get back up and give us another cut from the album. So, and while she gets ready to do that, I want to thank you so much for being here with us inside the Soul Lounge, and I can't wait to talk to you again. Until then, take care of yourselves and each other. Bye-bye.